After decades of isolation, Myanmar appears to be on the road to a brighter future. Economic and political changes have stoked international business interest in the Southeast Asian nation formerly known as Burma. Myanmar's trade with Hong Kong, for example, has already jumped more than 20% year-on-year over the first 4 months of 2012.
The country is undergoing dramatic reforms as the Western countries like America is lifting sanctions against this country. We believe there will be a lot of opportunity for Hong Kong, either to come to trade with the companies in Myanmar or to establish a production base here.
Exploring those opportunities, the Hong Kong Trade Development Council organized the largest business mission to Myanmar. The trip in late June put 70 Hong Kong delegates in touch with local trade associations and government officials.
The labor market is very competitive. There are 60 million people in Myanmar, 62% are working age, and the rent for land is also cheaper than Guangdong province, which is about $1.50 US per square feet per month. So we believe that there are a lot of opportunities which SMEs in Hong Kong could benefit from this second wave of liberalization.
If you look at the trend, you can see only the manufacturing sector covers about 1% only. But for the manufacturing sector, most of them are SME projects from Hong Kong investment, like optical manufacturing and production of optical lens units and something like that. They have invested more than 20 million and they expand their business. So that's why you can see from the Hong Kong companies are very successful one in Myanmar.
Representing some 40 companies, the delegation visited ports, industrial parks, and factories, including textile operations. Hong Kong firms see promise in the garment sector despite some infrastructure challenges.
The Myanmar government is pretty aggressive and doing some pretty encouraging policy to attract foreign investments. One of that is to do a joint venture between the public garment factory with the overseas investors. What the official told us this morning is they are preparing to have a big industrial zone developed very soon, but that will take at least another 2 years. And the other problem they have is actually the electricity problem, and they are also building up some power station here. The most attractive thing here is they have plenty land supply, labor supply, and the production cost right now is still very low.
They also have a lot of natural resources. For example, they produce a lot of jade and color stones, which is also suitable for investments by the watch and jewelry industry.
Business matching sessions during the mission were a first step toward developing such opportunities. Myanmar's business community is already looking to Hong Kong as an important bridge.
We can get a lot of the opportunity from the Hong Kong company, so that we can do for the cooperation in the future to get international markets.
And with warming political ties, expanding trade opportunities beckon from both sides.
The income level is rising, so in time we also expect that this will become another export market of good potential for Hong Kong. And of course, when the Western markets are stagnating, I think that more and more Hong Kong companies will want to look at emerging markets such as Myanmar.